entire tone switches, with the intensity of the raw performance coming to the surface. She's given a fantastic backing track that lets her sing her heart out. Over her career, this became one of her greatest statements. Number 20, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Lord, originally by Tears for Fears. The original version of this song tackles themes of corruption and humanity's relentless thirst for power. It's a message that stood the test of time, resonating as much in the war era when the tune was released, as it did in 2013 when Lord reimagined it for the soundtrack of The Hunger Games: Catching Fire.
Even while we sleep.
While Tears for Fears masked their grim commentary with upbeat instrumentals, Lord fully leaned into the dark atmosphere of the song, delivering each line with a haunting cadence.
Turn your back on Mother Nature.
In her version, the groovy, infectious beats were swapped for ominous percussion that perfectly captured the twisted dystopian world of The Hunger Games. Number 19, Heartless, The Fray, originally by Kanye West. It's hard to imagine what Kanye West's Heartless would sound like without the auto-tune, heavy percussion.
Life is like a costume party. Just cover the flaws in Cavalli. Let's hide the hurt in Amali. We all trying to be somebody else. You can't hide your tears in wealth. When your heart knows you hate yourself, it's all pain we felt, just the way that the cards been dealt. When these poker faces take practice, push. Who to trust, who to love, who to run from. Life is like a costume party. Set fire to a government of flaws. Respect only comes from the money or your blood. In a Mali.
We're out of sight, shadows and light. They're closing in and I know where we're going, but I don't know who I'll be.
Trying to be somebody else. You can't hide your tears in wealth. When your heart knows you hate yourself, it's all pain we felt, just the way that the cards been dealt.
gonna blend in with the bullies and the bureaucrats. Arrows pierce like lightning, choppers sound like thunderclap. Woo. Never will you stand, we gon' lay you down. Debonair and dapper kids coming in to take the town. Try to restrain us, even though you trained us. We're better than you are, now we gonna make you famous.
Faces take practice. Who to trust, who to love, who to run from, who to hug. Set fire to a government of thugs. Respect only comes from the money on your blood.
We're out of sight, shadows around. I'm closing in and I know where we're going.
I said away, way on way. Oh, it's getting hard to breathe. You're feeling like you're gonna die. They told you it was just like weed, that this could happen your first time. Some stuff. Suck it up, you better be grass. Shove it up your butt. Yeah, ain't not gonna sit it 20 times as strong. Don't know it's working. Like anything feels wrong. Like a fall, a brand new way to find my mind. I want that stuff that makes me retarded all the time.
Where is the sun?
I said away.
Especially this past year with the new music. That said, you guys next one you help me out on it,
I said awake me on.
Where is the sun? Are they only because I hear is a sound I heard before? Where is the sound I heard before?
I said,
Where is the sound I heard before? Are they only echoes I heard in the night? I heard in the night. I heard in the night.
Blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
Going around like a revolver.
I said, wake me up.
It's been decided how we lose. 'Cause there's a fire under the altar. I keep on lying to. I keep on lying to. Already pulling me in. Already under my skin. And I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine.
I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of.
I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of. Let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping, so fucking naive. Falling for the promises, the emptiness machine, the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
I said, wake me up when the shooting starts. I'm gonna pop my bike for them, watch it from afar. I said, wake me up when the shooting starts. I'm gonna pop my bike for them, watch it from afar. 'Cause he's a bad beautiful train now, and he likes to see it blow. And he's got no Bible
said, wake me up when the shooting starts. I'm gonna pop my bike for the hell, watch it from afar. Cause he's a bad beautiful train now, and he likes to see you blow. And he's got no Bible on his chest, he just had some slow. And a bad, 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 bad. Oh my God, I was bleeding loose and I should have played God. Looking to the left, should have been right. Oh, that Lucy kinda hold me tight. I said, oh my God, I was bleeding loose and I should have played God. Looking to the left, should have been right. Oh, that Lucy kinda hold me tight. I need a bad ticket overseas. I need a wrap around, said looking at me. I need to crawl to the holy ground and show me what you want, what you really want, baby. I saw my wall, you regret it. Took a nice blow with the I need to crawl to the holy ground and show me what you want, what you really want, baby. I said be back, baby, on the telephone. I'm in the calling line now, baby, won't you leave me alone? I said be back, baby, on the telephone. I'm in the calling line now, baby, won't you leave me alone? And you answer my question, is it only a bomb? Or you can be my bum.
Can't anybody see? We've got a war to fight. We never find a way, regardless of what they say. How can it feel this wrong? From this moment, how can it feel this wrong? Stone in the morning light, I feel no more can say. Frozen to myself, I got nobody on my side. Surely that ain't right. Surely that ain't right. Oh, can't anybody see? We've got a war to fight. We've never found our way, regardless of what they say. How can it feel this wrong? From this moment, how can it feel this wrong? How can it feel this wrong? From this moment, how can it feel this wrong? Can't anybody see? We've got a war to fight. We never find our way, regardless of what they say. How can it feel this wrong?
And that means you can't rely on the media as it is today either.
Oh, of course not. All the media in this country, radio, television, and print, is all owned by 5 corporations. All of these corporations that own the media are owned and controlled, and members of the Council of Foreign Relations sit on the board of directors. Remember, if you go down and you trace the ownership of a station or a newspaper, and you get to a corporation, remember that somebody owns that corporation, and it's usually another corporation. But when you trace the interlocking of all these things, when you get to the top, there's 5. And all journalists know that there's some things you don't write about, and you don't talk about, because you'll lose your job. And that's where the control is. And that's why they pay anchormen like Dan Rather $2 million a year. Because he doesn't question them. He knows that if he goes against them, he's going to lose $2 million a year. Do you think a man that looks pretty and sits in front of a TV camera for the 6 o'clock news is worth $2 million a year? No way. I don't care how long he works, and I don't care what he does. There is no job worth $2 million a year. That's why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to the radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player on one team $6 million a year. Can you believe this?
And why is that?
It's the Roman circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive, and when the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor? He sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. And he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. And he has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything, so that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is, so they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated, so they don't ever question the emperor. That's why they pay a player on a football team or a baseball team $1 million or $2 million or $3 million a year. It is the Roman circus. I know men who don't know anything in the world except who plays third base for the Mets. And they think that's a great accomplishment. And they meet and pat each other on the back and bond and go have cocktails and talk about what this guy that plays third base for the Mets did in last night's game. It's sad. It's really sad.
Is there any room in a kind of society where these manipulations are not taking place for this type of entertainment or any type of entertainment at all?
If people understand that a game is a game, if people understand that nobody, no matter what they do, is worth paying $2 or $3 million a year for. People should be able to get rich if they want to, by the sweat of their individual labor. Okay? By way of doing something for the world. Not by taking people's minds away from the emperor. It's a game. Football's a game. Football's a game. But let me tell you something. When 150 of the most powerful men and women in the world can meet in secret in Baden-Baden, Germany, and plot the fate of billions, and nobody even cares about it. But 6 football players go to lunch together, and it's in the headlines across the country. You have a reflection of the society in which that exists. And it is a sick society that is doomed to self-destruction.
So based on that scenario, there's some truth into what these men are looking at.
Absolutely, and that's what makes me so sick, is that I'm trying to wake up a people who on a daily basis are proving the ones that I'm warning them about to be right.
Well, so that even though a minority, there are people out there that you recognize are awake to this, if they don't do something about it, they will lose that ability to be free in that way.
That's correct.
Whether they might think, well, I don't need to worry about it because I know what I know and I'm fine.
That's
it doesn't
right.
work that way. There's a connection here to everything.
That is correct. That is absolutely correct. A nation of people who are willing to send their sons and daughters that they profess that they love to a foreign country to die, and they use the excuse to themselves that they're sending them off to defend our country, and they know damn well that's a lie. They're doomed.
So If you want me, if you need me, I'm yours. If you want me, if you need me, I'm yours.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. 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 I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music, I will share it, but today I'm yelling, bitch, don't kill my vibe. 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 You ain't heard the cuss like this in a long time. Don't you see the long line? And the waiting on the Kendrick like the first and the 15th. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Tryna get it, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Hit that house, like, tell me, is you with it, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Home invasion was persuasive. What's persuasive? What's persuasive? From 9 to 5, I know it's vacant, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Dreams of living life like rappers do. Like rappers do, like rappers. Back when condom rappers wasn't cool. They wasn't cool, they wasn't. I fucked Shireen and went to tell my bros. Tell my bros, tell my Then Usher Raymond Let It Burn came on. That burn came on, that burn came on. Hot sauce all at night, I rhyming, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Park the car, then we start rhyming, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. The only thing we had to free our mind. Free our mind. Then freeze that verse when we see dollar signs. See dollar signs. You looking like an easy come up, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. A silver spoon, I know you come from, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. And that's a lifestyle that we never knew. We never knew. Go at a revenue for the revenue.
Go Halle Berry or Hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you're doing. Everybody go respect the shooter, but the one in front of it lives forever.
The one in front of the forever.
And I've been hustling all day, this away, that away, through canals and alleyways, just to say, money trees is the perfect place for shade, and that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might just get main, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might say the niggas that you game with, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might just make that lane switch, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might turn to $1 million and we all rich, that's just how I feel.
Dreams of living life like rappers do. Like rappers do, like rappers. Bump that new E40 after school. Way after school, way after school. You know big ballin' with my homies. Earl Stevens had us thinking rational. Back to reality, we pour, yeah, bitch. Another casualty at war, yeah, bitch. Two bullets in my Uncle Tony head. He said one day I'll be on tour, yeah, bitch. That Louis burgers never be the same. A Louis Belder never ease that pain. But I'ma purchase when that day is jerking. Pull off at churches with Pirelli skirting. Gang signs out the window, yeah, bitch. Hoping all of them offend you, yeah, bitch. They say your hood is a pot of gold, and we go crash it when nobody's home.
Holly Berry or hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you do. Everybody go respect the shooter, but the one in front of it lives forever.
The one in front of the forever.
And I've been hustling all day, this away, that away, through canals and alleyways, just to say, money trees is the perfect place for shade, and that's just how I feel. Now, $8 might just get made, that's just how I feel. Now, $8 might say the niggas that you game with, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might just make that lane switch, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might turn to $1 million and we all rich, that's just how I feel.
Be the last one out to get this dough. No way, love one of you bucket-headed. No way, hit the streets and we break the code. No way, hit the brakes when they on patrol. No way, be the last one out to get this dough. No way, love one of you bucket-headed. No way, hit the streets and we break the code. No way, hit the brakes when they on patrol. No way.
Imagine rock up in them projects where them niggas pick your pockets. Santa Claus don't miss them stockings. Liquor spilling, was popping, baking soda, Yola whipping. Ain't no turkey on Thanksgiving. My homeboy I just hope the Lord forgive him. Pots with residue. Every day I'm hustling. What else is a thug to do when you eat cheese from the government? Gotta provide for my daughter and them. Get the fuck up out my way. Got that drum and I got them bands just like a parade. Drop that work up in the bushes. Hope them boys don't see my stash. If they do, tell the truth. This the last time you might see my. From the gardens where the grass ain't cut, them serpents lurking blood. Just selling drugs, but it's all good. Broken promises, still your watch and tell you what time it is. Take your J's and tell you to kick it where a falaka is. In the streets with a heater under my dungarees. Dreams of me getting shaded under a money tree.
Holly Berry or hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you do. Everybody go respect the shooter, but the one in front of it lives forever.
The one in front of the forever.
And I've been hustling all day, this away, that away, through canals and alleyways, just to say, money trees is the perfect place for shade, and that's just how I feel.
Kenny, just bring my car back, man. I called in for another appointment. I figured you weren't going to be back here on time anyway. Look, I just want to get out the house, man. This man's on one. He's feeling good.
Public service.
And
I've earned every cent.
I'm trying to get my thing done too. I'm going to the house. Just bring my car back.
I have never obstructed
Babe.
justice. I made my mistakes, but in all of my years of public life, I have never profited from public service. I've earned every cent. And in all of my years of public life, I have never obstructed justice.
Different first video of fluorine was a bit disappointing. There wasn't any, just a few bits of glassware and some funny stories. So at the moment I'm in the office of Professor Eric Hope, there he is, who is one of the country's specialists in fluorine chemistry, and he knows how to handle this terrific element safely. I have no idea what to do. I'm quite excited to see what happens.
One of the things you said in that original video was on YouTube was that fluorine was one of the few elements that you hadn't seen. So I thought there are actually relatively few chemists who have seen fluorine, and so what I wanted to do is try and show you what actually produced and show you elemental fluorine. Fluorine is slowly released, and you can see the pressure slowly going up.
The reason that people know about fluorine is because it is one of the really reactive elements. It will react with all the elements in the periodic table except neon and helium. It will react with gold, it will react with silver, it will react with platinum. Platinum hexafluoride is bright red as a gas.
Okay, so fluorine is going into the apparatus, it's going into this tube. Martin, you can't see anything, can you? You can't see anything at all. And that's because there's only a little under 2 atmospheres of fluorine in there. It's a very pale yellow colour as a gas.
A bit disappointed, but I suppose it's like oxygen or nitrogen, you can't really see it. But perhaps if we condense it as a liquid, then I'll see it properly.
Okay, so I'm now going to cool this down with liquid nitrogen to minus 196. I'm going to do it slowly. It will take a little while. Okay, Martin, do you want to help me with this? Yeah. So what I want to do is for you to take that dewar away, and then I'll slide this one in. So just slide it away and back up again. And there we have, nearly 2 inches maybe of liquid fluorine. You can go right up, there's no problem with that. You want to clear a bit of the condensation off there.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I thought it would be pale green, and it's really quite dark yellow. If I'd been shown it, I would have said it was liquid chlorine. But I've never seen liquid chlorine either.
I'm quite pleased with that. So basically I've got another fluorine cylinder filled up from the roof with about 5 atmospheres of fluorine in it. So this is now going to release the fluorine, and what I've got in this demonstration here is just a scouring pad. Basically it's a metal scouring pad, iron wool.
It's burnt a hole right through the iron wool. It's extraordinary. The iron looks as if it's rusted, but the rusty colour is actually iron fluoride, or maybe a bit of iron oxide from the hot iron reacting with the oxygen in the air. Well, the reason that fluorine makes such strong bonds is because it is a small atom, and the nucleus is relatively highly charged because it's right on the right-hand side of the periodic table, but the electrons don't shield this nucleus, so it is very so-called electronegative. It attracts electrons to itself from other elements.
I've changed the prop now for some just normal barbecue briquettes, so this is pure carbon.
So we haven't done anything. This is cold charcoal and cold gas, and the gas just touching it is enough to start the fire. Think of that, just the cold gas setting things on fire. Most chemists are really too frightened to work with fluorine. You can't use it in glass vessels. It doesn't attack glass, but if the glass is a tiny bit wet, and most glass has moisture absorbed to it, then the fluorine forms hydrogen fluoride and it reacts with the water, and the hydrogen fluoride just eats through the glass. So you need to use equipment made out of metal, usually nickel, and the fluorine reacts with the surface of the nickel the first time you use it, and then you get a layer on the surface that protects the rest of the metal.
So this is again fluorine with sulfur, so you're going to oxidize the sulfur probably to sulfur tetrafluoride or sulfur hexafluoride.
reputation for being very reactive and very dangerous and something to be careful about. But aren't there fluorine atoms in my toothpaste?
Your toothpaste contains fluoride. And just in the same way that you can eat sodium chloride table salt, which contains chlorine, you can use fluorides, and once the fluorine has got an extra electron, for example, from the tin fluoride, which is often used in toothpaste, or sodium chloride, it's got what it wants, and it's not very reactive. And the way it works with teeth is that the enamel of your teeth is a compound of calcium called apatite, which normally the apatite in your teeth can dissolve quite easily in acid. For example, if you eat sweets or drink some fizzy drinks, they have enough acid to start dissolving the surface of your teeth. But if you brush your teeth with fluoride, some of the apatite, which contains OH groups, some of these are replaced with fluoride, and you make a material called fluoroapatite, which is much less soluble in acid, so it can't be attacked so easily, so you don't get holes in your teeth.
This is called visual identification based on experience. This building is about to be destroyed in what is called a controlled demolition. Buildings do not do this spontaneously. Here is another example of a controlled demolition. The initial charges are spaced about 1 second apart, and you can see that each section begins falling separately. Successful demolitions require that all structural support columns collapse at virtually the same time. If they don't, or if something else goes wrong, the result will look something like this. This is World Trade Center 7 just before it collapsed on September the 11th, 2001. It had not been hit by an aircraft. It had been damaged by falling debris and fire. But by 5:20 p.m. most of the fires had been extinguished. Although the building was 47 stories high, it doesn't fall sideways, nor collapse unevenly. For this to have happened, all of the building's vertical supports must have given way at almost exactly the same time. Yet the Federal Emergency Management Agency reported that the collapse was due primarily to fire. But what does it look like to you? As at July 2007, there is no final report on the collapse of World Trade Center 7, but the National Institute of Standards and Technology still rules out a controlled demolition. So the question is, do you believe what you can see with your own eyes, or do you believe what you are told?
about, I'm going to tell you, it's just very strongly my opinion on this, but it is nothing more than just the way that it seems to me. Now let's jump ahead to something more relevant that she talks about.
So I wish that I had been more successful at moving on, because I became a banker, so I should have moved on completely. At the time, I wouldn't have had a problem introducing people to my friends to it, because I didn't know that it was so awful.
All right, so now she's talking about how awful Jeffrey Epstein is. She's saying, I didn't know. She starts laughing, and this is a way to self-soothe. She's rubbing her eyes, she's laughing, as she's trying to tell what, by my estimation, is very much a lie. She can't get it out without laughing and without doing things to soothe herself, because that's oftentimes what we look at when people are trying to be deceptive. How much do they need to soothe themselves because they feel uncomfortable with the lie they're telling, or they're afraid that people aren't going to believe it, that sort of thing.
It was so awful. I mean, obviously now, looking back with hindsight, of course, but at the time, I mean, he had lots of friends. I mean, he was friendly with just about everybody you can imagine. There was no reason to imagine that he was someone of interest to people.
This is another thing, that a very particularly phrased, very interesting statement by her. Listen to this again.
I mean, he had lots of friends. I mean,
he had lots of friends. Starts stroking her cheek. Once again, that's a very strong sign of trying to pacify oneself. So as she's saying this, she's feeling discomfort for sure.
Friendly with just about everybody you can imagine.
Friendly with leaves a gap. Trying to find the right way to phrase it, because I think she's trying to be very careful with her words right here. With just about everyone you could imagine.
Friendly with just about everybody you can imagine. There was no reason to imagine that he was someone of interest to people.
So basically, because of the people he was associating with, you should trust him, or you should believe that I trusted him because of who he was associating with. Very interesting. And that's the kind of thing that makes people continue to go, well, there's probably some kind of blackmail list then. Like, this all seems too coincidental, and he obviously was very well connected. We know he has more connections than just the people I'm covering today. Now she's going to be talking about a well-known photograph of Prince Andrew with Virginia Giuffre.
It's a fake. I don't believe that. I don't believe it's real for a second. In fact, I'm sure it's not. There's never been an original. And further, there's no photograph. Right? And I've only ever seen a photocopy of it. I don't believe.
So she starts speaking very strongly. It's fake. Basically saying, I completely disavow this.
I believe it happened.
And now she says, I don't believe it happened.
And it's certainly the way as described.
Certainly the way as described, so it's getting weaker and weaker. If you ask somebody to lie, it gets harder and harder. So the first time you lie, it's going to get it out. She's continuing talking about it. Each time she's saying something, it's getting weaker.
We fell in love very quick. Something about us just clicked. Maybe we're sick in our hearts. You touch me and I'll fall apart. The building is filling with smoke. Meet me that poem you wrote. It gives me hope, and it makes me choke. I've got my head in your palms. Stare at the scars on your arms. Don't let me go. I won't let you go. I lay on the bed where you lie. You filming yourself when you cry. Do you ever dream that you fly? The wind with the leaves that die. We had to grow up so quick. Killing the world in a click. Maybe we're sick in our bones. You smile and look down at your phone. The city
From afar, I said